We are just a few hours away from the start of a much anticipated murder trial. It's a case that has been making national headlines that could determine who killed members of a prominent Lowcountry family. Jury selection begins tomorrow in the trial of Alex Murdaugh. They will determine whether he killed his wife Maggie and son Paul at the family property in Colleton County. Journalists from all over the globe will bombard a town of little more than 5,000 people, making the spectacle surrounding the trial part of the story. WSAV's Andrew Davis will be in the courtroom for us, and he is looking ahead to tomorrow.
The calm before the storm right here in Walterboro is the Colleton County Courthouse behind me, the home of maybe the most publicized trial in state history, Alex Murdaugh's murder trial.
We're really expecting between 500 and 1,200 to 1,500 people during the trial itself. We really don't have a guess of how many outsiders are going to be coming in. News media alone, we're expecting a couple to 300.
The self-proclaimed front porch of the Lowcountry will be front and center for the next month as Alex Murdaugh goes on trial for murder. It was June 7th, 2021 when Maggie and Paul Murdaugh were found dead at the family's Moselle property. Maggie shot and killed with a rifle, Paul with a shotgun that nearly blew his head off, according to sheriff's investigators and medical reports. It took more than a year for Alex to be charged with those murders. He was already in jail on more than 80 different financial charges, all connected to a series of schemes designed to steal insurance settlements from his clients. But this trial is all about the murders and whether, as South Carolina Attorney General's office prosecutors say, Alex pulled the trigger. It starts with a jury selection on Monday, where almost 900 people have been called in to get a fair and impartial jury of 12 from an area that many have already called Murdaugh country.
You want to know a lot about that juror. I can talk to an Alex devotee, and I think as a lawyer, I can convince that person. If that person's open-minded, just because they may be partial to Alex doesn't mean that they won't listen to me. So no, I don't want somebody who lives under a rock.
I think you're going to have a very hard time finding someone who is completely unaware of this case. And that's not really the cutting edge of the selection process. It is not whether you know or have heard something about this matter. It is whether you can be fair and objective in light of what you have heard, what you know, or what relationship you have.
Jury selection will take at least 2 days, as much as a week. From there, there'll be motions from both sides, including about allowing blood spatter evidence into this trial. And should Alex Murdaugh's financial crimes actually be a potential motive for his killings of his wife and son? That's something the prosecution wants to introduce during their opening arguments. We will be here from the beginning with all the updates for you. And for the full trial itself, you can go to our website, WSAV.com, to watch the live stream. Andrew Davis, WSAV News 3, on your side.